Hey, what's going on, everybody? BDO44 coming into another video. So, I'm here to report on the trade that took place between the Celtics, the Spurs, and the Nuggets today. Then I started reading up on what was going on with Bol Bol, and it took my mind to an entirely different place. So, let me just tell you what the trade is, and then just give you what I got. The Celtics will receive Bol Bol and PJ Dozier, both of whom are out for the season. PJ, on one hand, they're just bringing in as a expiring contract that comes off the books immediately, and Bol Bol, I think they want to see him play for them at some point next season. So, Celtics are bringing in some guys they will not use this season. The Spurs are going to be getting Juancho Hernan Gomez and the Denver Nugget second round 2028 pick of some sort. Not sure what type of pick that is. That's all I got there. And the Nuggets are bringing in NBA champion Bryn Forbes. He won a championship with the Milwaukee Bucks last year, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Was he on that team, or was he the guy that missed it? I think he missed it. My bad. No. I think he was the guy that was on the team. Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, that's how that went. He was on the team and then left. And then came back when they... Was that how they... I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Bryn Forbes is going to the Nuggets. And quite honestly, I think he's going to be a great pickup for them, to be honest with you. He's a good pickup. That's somebody who can really go to work. Yeah, he did play in the finals, right? I don't remember, man. I think he won it. Yeah, he won a championship. He did. Bryn Forbes is NBA champion, as I initially said. Now he's going to be playing for the Nuggets. And I think he'll help them quite a bit. He's a strong role player with, as we've said, NBA championship experience. He played in the San Antonio lineup for the longest time, grew up in that system, learned how to be very consistent under Popovich, and I think he's going to help Nuggets tremendously. Now that they're missing players, they've had some issues, but of course they're coming off that big blowout win against the Lakers. They've done some good things. Obviously, Jokic just playing some of the best ball we've ever seen from a center, period. So, it is what it is. When you talk about bringing in Bryn Forbes, I think he's the standout of this trade, after we've come to terms that he did, in fact, win a championship with the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, here's the thing, man. Bol Bol, his trade obviously was reneged, the Detroit trade, and they said that he had failed a physical. Now, Domantas Montejunis was a player who played for the Rockets many, many years ago, 2 eras ago. I remember the guy. He was a very, very good spark off of the bench for the Rockets. He was a guy who could come in and give you 20 and 8, 20 and 10. Like, he was a really, really good player who never got a chance to get off the ground because of injuries and stuff like that, and because of the role that he found himself in when he was on a good team. But he was essentially saying that the same thing that happened to Bol Bol happened to him. He was traded from the Rockets to the Detroit Pistons, and when the Pistons got him there, they found out that he wasn't 100% healthy, so they put down that he failed a physical when he really didn't fail a physical at all. The Rockets just sold the Detroit Pistons bad goods, damaged goods. So instead of saying we traded for damaged goods, they put the label of he failed a physical on there so they wouldn't look like dopes. And Domantas Montejunis is essentially saying, this is exactly what they're doing to Bol Bol. When they got Bol Bol there, they found out he was doing, he had the issue. And instead of saying, we traded for damaged goods, they put it off on the kid and say, he didn't pass his physical. He came in out of shape. And Domantas Montejunis was essentially saying that's messed up. What it did is messed up his career, because now it put him in a position to have that label on his name. So anytime he went to go try to work out for teams after coming back healthy, essentially he wasn't given those opportunities because it was reported that he had failed his physical. So that's what his concern was. He's like, Bol Bol, it's not only bad enough to find out that you're not healthy enough to play, but now you're going to have this label on you as somebody who didn't pass physical, when he doesn't believe that's what happened. They just found that he was, in fact, damaged goods. So this is what's going on. He had to go back to the Nuggets, and Nuggets immediately turned around and made this deal, of course, today to send him to the Celtics. The Celtics are going to give him an opportunity to play, I believe. Hopefully his situation doesn't go like Taco Fall, as to where they get him up there and not do anything. But I'm hopeful they see the fruit in playing Bol Bol. He's going to get healthy, and when he does, he's going to be a big-time player, in my opinion. But that situation is, it was eye-opening. I never really thought about having that label of someone who had failed a physical would really follow a guy. Never even thought about that. I know, like, off-the-court issues and things of that nature could follow you. But, if you don't show up in shape, if you don't show up ready to pass a physical, and you're an athlete, That really can reverberate very badly on your resume, to say the least. And to hear that it happened to somebody, you know what I mean? And the Detroit doctors told him that he would never play the game again. I didn't get a chance to hear the entire conversation where this excerpt came from, but it sounded as if he felt he had got some faulty information from that doctor about whether or not he would be able to play, that Detroit doctor. So there's a lot of stuff there to look at, and I just think that the NBA needs to take a look at this entire situation involving Bol Bol with the Denver Nuggets in general. They didn't play the kid. They didn't really make much of an explanation. Didn't give us much of an explanation for that. Every time we saw him, he played great. You know he has these crazy metrics, so there's no reason for him not to play. Why was he not out there? Never got an answer for that. Then when they trade him to Detroit, they trade him to Detroit just to find out that he's been hurt the entire time? That he has a foot injury that nobody knew about? So was that why you didn't play the kid? Because you were hiding his injury? You know what I mean? I just... I don't know what's going on there. And I'm just looking at it and saying, these are the type of situations that made me want to start the channel in the first place. Just seeing how certain players come into these situations, and their careers never get off the ground because they go to these organizations and just don't believe in them or don't manage them properly, or have politics and agent issues and old gripes with their daddy and stuff that they keep them from playing these kids. And I don't know what's going on. But what I can say is he hasn't been given the opportunity he needs. His injury hasn't been handled properly, to say the least. And hopefully he'll get that opportunity with Boston. That's it. That's all there is to it. So that's that, man. I'm wondering what's going to happen next. You know, what does this say about Detroit? What does this say about Denver? Both of these organizations, you know, they both look kind of funny in this situation. They really do. But you know, all in all, hopefully they can get their stuff together, because they got good fan bases and they deserve to have good teams in these various cities. So that's what I got to say, man. That's what I got to say. And as far as the Boston Celtics, this says something. That trade that they made says something to me. It says that they're probably not thinking too much about this season. They don't think they can win a championship this season, and that everything they're doing is about next year. And I'd wonder how I'd feel about that if I were a win-now player on that team. If I'm, let's say, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and I look at this move and I say, okay, I'm happy we got Bol Bol, but I'm never going to be teammates with this guy. I'm happy we got PJ Dozier, but I may not never be teammates with this guy. What if this is my last year being a Celtic? Like, they're making moves that aren't going to help me run around out here. And I don't know. You might be sending the wrong message to the Celtics players by doing a trade like this. Now, obviously, big picture, it helps you with your books. Obviously, you can bring in a fantastic prospect in Bol Bol for next season. Of course, you happy that you can have these opportunities, but just zooming out, if I were to be a player in that locker room, I'm wondering if you're going to do something to help me out. or am I going to have a better team going forward, or are we just going to do tomorrow moves? Because we want to win right now. That's what I would be thinking if I was a player on that team. So that's what I got to say, man. It's a competitive Eastern Conference. I don't think the Celtics are a team that shouldn't be considering being a part of the mix. And I just wonder if they are not thinking that way. So we'll see, man. I'm sure they'll make more moves. And that'll be that. So my name is BDF44. Thank y'all for watching.